Hello, how are you? I'm under an umbrella. Yeah, so I'm just heading to the trans protest in Glasgow at the moment because the UK government blocked the Gender Recognition Act, GRA's, reform bill, and yeah, just wanted to document me going there. I definitely feel quite nervous. I just find the whole conversation, as I've said before, really toxic and harmful and full of lies and misinformation, and people are using trans people as like cannon fodder basically, and yeah, it has a massive impact on our lives. And even though I'm an AFAB, so that means assigned female at birth person, not an assigned male at birth person, AMABs are much more prone to violence and harm because of this prejudice. It still makes me really freaked out for them, as well as I can generally just tell that there's a more like dangerous environment for me as well as a non-binary person. I've even had people like start on me because I'm non-binary and stuff, so yeah, it definitely really affects me like a lot. And I was thinking of not going to the protest in case there were like TERFs, which are like trans exclusionary radical feminists who aren't feminists at all, but they're just people that blame their, you know, patriarchal trauma on trans people because of lies and misinformation. You know, I know what I'm talking about as a trans person that's an expert in like gender and inequality. So yeah, this is all just absolute bullshit and lies and stuff like that. So they really harm people with their doctrines, and anti-trans things are really closely linked to fascism, fascist movements, anti-Semitism, things like that. Yeah, so it's pretty bad. Anyway, so I'm going to meet some of my friends beforehand and we're going to go in together. Hopefully this will change in the future. My umbrella. Ooh, I kind of just have it resting on my chest. Hey, no hands.
You're absolutely devastated to hear that the government is trying to impose Section 35. Now to get married is the woman that I am. I had to sign years of needless evidence, plead to doctors, lawyers and others to let me do that. This bill would ensure the right of trans people to have their identities legally recognised. What these vile politicians trying to impose Section 35 have done is take another blow at an already marginalised community for the sake of their own political gain. We as the people must show them that we will not accept this, we will not stand for their bigotry, their hate, and we will not be their political weapons. Trans people have always been here. We are your doctors, we are your ministers, we charge your buses.
What do we do? Stand up, fight back! When trans rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! What do we do? Stand up, fight back! Trans power! Power! Trans, you say rights! Trans rights! Rights! Trans, you say power! Trans power! We're here! We're queer! We're going nowhere!
Hello. So I'm actually a few days on from the protest, because I went out and then was really hungover. But yeah, so the protest was really good, and it was actually a really lovely, loving protest, and really supportive and like really emotional as well. Didn't see any TERFs. Yay! And yeah, saw like lots of friends and lots of people that just mixture of like identities as well, and like not necessarily people that were queer or trans, but I'm sure lots of them were. And also, like, you know, you can't see who is queer or trans. It was just really like lovely and great, and yes, quite exhausting but also really important. But I like cried a lot because I have like loads of pent-up emotions about this stuff, because it's like really getting to me, even though again I am like a privileged group. You know, I don't seem trans and I seem cis, and yeah, I'm also like assigned female at birth, and the kind of people that get it
the worst are like assigned male at birth people who are trans women or like feminine presenting, because long story short, I mean, there's probably other reasons as well, but our society is really structured around the idea that like being a man is like the best, and like, you know, femininity is weakness, and all this like bullshit dichotomy which tries to like devalue the secondary category, in this case femininity and women, blah blah blah. So like trans women really embody that kind of contradiction, or like threaten the whole power structure just by kind of being, because it's all bullshit anyway, like the whole like colonial gender, two gender, men being like the best and blah, blah, blah. Like it's all just bullshit. So anyway, yeah, so it's like literally part of why unfortunately trans women get so much shit, and so much of the stuff is targeted towards them, and also the statistics are very, unfortunately, very high proportion of like trans women are impacted badly by a lot of this stuff. Anyway, I don't really want to go into all of that right now, just because it's really sad and depressing and stuff, but it's just fucking shit. Yeah, and you know, I'm still put at risk because of it, and like I still have experienced like hate speech and like physically threatening situations because of being trans and queer, and like, yeah, so it's not like, I think we are all affected in different ways, basically. The point is, the trans protest against the Gender Reform Act in Scotland being blocked by the UK government, I think it's really important to stand up against this, and also it was really positive and like connective and like difficult and emotional space, but also one that I kind of needed as well, which is nice, because as you know, I was quite nervous and like unsure, and yeah, there's so much kind of trans and anti-trans and pro-trans stuff going on at the moment. I wasn't really sure which kind of one it was, so I was quite happy it was like one of those more positive ones rather than ones where it's like anti-trans people against trans like supporters. Anyway, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed the clips. Bye.